It is Friday, November 12th, 2012. Whoops, I did it again.
2012.
I did it again.
Oh my gosh,
I
Eddie.
did it again. It's the second time I did that. And that's probably because I am a Rush fan, Rush 2112. You have found yourself talking to us on Insurance Questions Podcast. So, what time is it, Chris?
Well, it's time for another podcast episode for ourselves, Eddie Bednar's. Chris Switek here, and it has been quite some time since we've been on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know, but thank goodness it's Friday, I guess.
I think it sounds like we're a little bit loopy today.
Yeah, you'd think so. We've been doing some work stuff. We have continuing education that we have to do, and there's exams that go with it. So I've been working on some of my stuff, and actually thought we'd take a little break here and reach out to our listeners and our folks that have been loyal to us in the past, and we apologize. It's been a busy summer and into the fall, so we wanted to reach out and touch a little bit on COVID. Eddie, why don't you fill us in on what's going on?
Unfortunately, Chris, I am a COVID survivor, but it is fortunate because I did survive.
Nice.
And the reason I want to talk about it, there's a lot of myths out here about COVID right now, and when it comes to life insurance. A lot of people think that you have COVID, forget about it.
Okay.
Another myth is that you gotta wait 18 months before you can get insurance. Well, none of that's true.
Okay.
It's kind of a little bit true. If you contracted COVID, you can apply for insurance.
Right.
If you are hospitalized for COVID, it's probably not going to happen.
Okay. Well, and that makes sense. I guess there are varying levels of even getting the disease and how you handle it and how your body reacts to it. So that's certainly understandable. So I guess the best part would be to reach out to us and let us help you or guide you through that, and then we can always go from there. If you were in the hospital and you're still, really wanting to submit something, we can certainly try, but that's the news that we're hearing from our main office. So again, you can always reach me at 716-713-6608 to get me, Chris Switek. Eddie, what's your number again?
716-541-4118.
And I wanted to talk briefly about the upcoming holidays and another way that, life insurance could somehow play a role in your gift giving. Maybe to some of our grandparents that are listening, it's a great way to give a gift to a grandchild, grandbaby. As young as even 14, 15 days old, we can insure a newborn. So, the younger you are, the more affordable it is, because in the insurance world, every day that you get older, the costs do rise. So, keep that in mind as the holidays are approaching, that we do write a lot of juvenile policies, and again, they're pretty easy to get through underwriting. There's very minimal underwriting for children, and the cost is great. So, it is a great way to give back to your families, and it is something that's long lasting, and it's a great investment. So.
And is that term or whole life, Chris?
Well, it would be whole life would be what you'd want to go with. I mean, you could certainly do term insurance, but whole life is where the true investment would be, and the cost is so effective and efficient that it really would be the way to go. And you don't have to do anything huge. I mean, you can do a $25,000 policy on a juvenile, or $50,000 on a juvenile, and again, they have it. It lasts them the rest of their life. It's building cash value, and the benefit value grows.
It's kind of like forced savings account for the kiddo, huh?
It is. And as that cash value sits there, down the road, that kid maybe, getting ready to buy a home, or maybe they want to buy a car, there's some cash value sitting there. They can always utilize that cash value as a loan. It's tax-free. And it, again, versus going to a bank and paying a higher interest rate, you can pull it right from your own policy.
And let's fast forward, say the kiddo's 20, 25, 27, 30 years old. Does the person that set it up for them still have to own the policy?
No, they don't. They can certainly turn it over to the grandchild once they reach a certain age, or maybe it's after college and they've started in the workforce, or they're definitely have their own income coming in, and then they can transfer ownership to the actual insured.
Is that hard to do?
No, not at all. No.
It's getting easier. I just the years I've been in the business, when you wanted to change something on your policy, you had to get a hold of the agent. You had to come to meet the guy.
Yep.
But I mean, with our company, you can do all that all online or even on their app. So it's really easy now.
Yeah, you can certainly make changes by going online or even calling the customer service number. Yeah, most definitely.
What about term insurance? We got anything going on in the term insurance world?
Yeah, we've got a program out there. It's called $1 Million Plus, and the cost on it has been extremely efficient and effective and very affordable. It's a 10-year term policy. The one difference between that and just a normal 10-year term policy, is that you do have to do something with it within the first 5 years if you want to convert any of it or all of it to whole life, versus a regular 10-year term policy where you have the full life of the term to convert. So that's really the only change, and quite honestly, the average is about 3 years anyhow when someone makes a decision to do something with their policy. So it does limit you, and with the fact that you do have to do something within the first 5 years. One of the other cool things about the policy is that even though it's labeled as $1 million plus, you can do $2 million if you want. We just learned that, so you can get more than $1 million if you so choose. But the rates are really good. It's affordable, and it's a great way to have yourself covered. In the case of an emergency. And the fact that it is affordable, it's nice to have that amount. God forbid something happened to you.
I mean, when you're comparing apples to apples, if you're looking at a regular $1 million term policy, and then you're comparing that to $1 million plus, you're looking anywhere between $40 and $60 savings.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, yeah, it's really kind of nice.
Now, just ballparking. I'm a 30-year-old girl. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, we know.
I'm a 30-year-old woman, and I want $1 million plus contract. About how much that's going to cost me? I know offhand. I don't know if you do or not.
Oh, geez, it's probably going to be between $30 and $40, maybe.
On the high end, 46.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, no. And underwriting's getting a little bit easier now. It seems. A lot of times, the more information you give us as an agent when we're taking the application, the easiest it's going to be for us to get you through underwriting.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If something funky comes up on your medical, I can't do anything about that. I mean, I can sell you whatever you want. I just can't do anything with the underwriting. I can help you make it easier, but I can't fix it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And, and as we talk about underwriting or just touch on it, we're here to help our clients, and, honesty is the best policy. So, if you do have something going on, again, anything that you do discuss with us remains confidential. And then the fact that when you do go through your tele-app process of the application, we don't get any transcript of that. We don't hear any of that.
No.
So, it is best that you do your upfront. If you're a smoker, say you're a smoker. It's not the end of the world. There is a policy out there for you, and our underwriters will do their best to give you the best rating so that the cost is, where it fits into your budget.
What about marijuana? What about that?
It's tobacco, so
right.
It really is the same thing. We can kid about it, but it's very true. I mean, some people do use it for medicinal reasons, so no judgment there. And again, if it is something that you do use, it's just easier to be upfront about it, because they're gonna go into your medical records to do the process anyhow. So it's just better to say it up front and not try to hide anything.
Now, Chris, let me ask you this. Okay, say I go through the application process, and for whatever reason I'm turned down. No one will give me insurance. Am I out of luck?
No. We actually have what's called reinsurance, and if we do have someone that might be borderline and they are upfront with us about their health or any health history that they may have, if we can submit an application for them with a policy that is at least $100,000, in face value, and for some reason New York Life doesn't want to cover that, or offer them a contract, they can send it out to reinsurance, and a lot of times we can get some luck there where another company will assist in the holding of the policy.
What if that doesn't work? Is that it?
Well, no, we can always look at getting into an annuity where you can, invest some money and set aside some money that goes into an annuity product, again, so that money is sitting there come your unfortunate passing, whereas then any family member or beneficiary would have that to take care of your final
So that would be your death benefit then. It would just be
Exactly.
like an insurance policy, but you're probably going to make a little bit more money on it.
Yeah, you would over a period of time. And as you continue to invest in it, obviously, if you're in a program where you're making deposits into it, it certainly is going to grow for you. So not only would your beneficiary have the money to pay for your final expenses, but it may actually leave something for them, carry on a little bit of a legacy for yourself.
Well, I think we covered quite a bit today.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we were able to get back at it.
And I would like to thank our sponsors, New York Life. For you and
as
your
always.
family, we're always there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Chris Switek, 716-713-6608.
And I'm Eddie Bednar, 716-541-4118. Well, Chris, it's been great doing this again. Hopefully we can do it on a little bit more frequent basis.
Yep, sounds good, Ed.
And I'll see you next week, pal.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.